project, I'm about to tackle an issue that, we as women, we are so bad at this. I mean, we're so good at this, but we're so bad because we're so good at this. You ready? Are you sitting down? Do you have a piece of paper and a pen? Jealousy, envy, comparison. Sickness, wellness. Whew. Okay. She walks into the room. She's all skinny, great hair, great makeup. But oh my gosh, did you see her shoes? They totally did not match her outfit. I cannot believe that she actually is wearing that. Very realistic, right? Or gosh, we really want to like her, but we can't because, well, I wish I had her butt. Now, guys, I'm sorry because this is sort of, I don't know how your mind works. But women, this is what we do. And men, I'm sure you've dealt with this. So you can continue to listen, and you could take what you want from it. But this one's, I hate to say it, but I'm really talking to the ladies. But dudes, you guys could probably do it too. You wish you had his biceps or his quads or his hair or, his girl, whatever. So jealousy, envy, wanting something that I don't have, but somebody else does and I want it. Oh, it's so ugly. It keeps us from relationships. It keeps us from encouraging and pushing one another to the front. As I wrote the other day, we'd rather pull your hair and yank you back so that I can get a little bit on you and step in front of you and wonder why you have what I don't have. Or wondering what's wrong with me that I don't have what you have. Why don't I have a best-selling book? Or why don't I have a really amazing husband? Or why aren't my children behaving as well as yours are? Or my house, or my car, whatever, clothes, all of it. I mean, we could run the gamut here of all of this. Run the gamut? Is that even? Anyways, moving on. I don't want to digress. Wanting something that we don't have is a very dangerous place to be because we are bitter and we are resentful and ultimately prideful. And pride is the root of all sin. Bitterness, resentment, anger, it rots the bones. It destroys the heart. It kills relationships. It destroys friendships. How many of you guys can't be friends with somebody because they're not okay with what you have, or they have something that you want and you just can't be around them anymore? I mean, truthfully, how selfish is that? But we are so good at this. We are so good at sabotaging one another, but ultimately sabotaging ourselves. And so this Genesis project is not just about food and exercise and the heart. These are the things that I want to dive into, because what if we were a generation of women that championed one another, that pushed one another out to the front, that said, oh my gosh, go for it. What can I do to help you get there? Rather than, oh, look at her go. I wish that was me, and sitting back and watching. Oh my gosh. What if we didn't do that? What if we told one another that, oh my gosh, you look beautiful today? And then the other one said, oh my gosh, thanks. Rather than just withholding from one another because we wished we had what you have. And so I just want to challenge you to that. Where in your life is this? Who in your life do you do this with? Think about them. You have them. You want certain things. You don't have certain things. You wish you had them. And where has it created a rift in certain relationships in your life? I want you to look at that and decide why, and know that that person is worth more to you than what you wish you had of theirs, right? Ultimately, it's true. And also to know, as we begin to dive deeper and deeper into this journey, that when you know who you are, and you know whose you are, you know that God created you for a very specific purpose. He made you a very specific way, and you become okay with that. You begin to walk in that. You begin to function every day in that. You don't want what people have, because you know that who you are is the way that you were created to be. But when we're in an identity crisis and we don't know who we are, we try and look and find the things that we think that we want, rather than being content with what we have. And we compare ourselves. If I had that, then this. If my butt was as small as hers, then I would feel happy. And it's just not true. And ultimately, guys and girls, listen to this. I've said it once, I'll say it again and again and again and again and again. But every single time you stand in front of the mirror and you critique, or you say, I wish I had a little bit more of this, or I wish I didn't have that, or I wish this looked like this, or I wish I was a little thinner, or whatever that is, when you look in the mirror and you say, well, this should be different, I should have a different nose, I should have a different chin, you tell the creator of the universe that he did something wrong with you. That he didn't know what he was doing, and he made a really, really big mistake. Now, if you're just matter in motion, a sack of guts with hair, and from nothing you came, well, then that's okay. But if you believe that you were created by a creator and that he knew exactly what he was doing when he did it, well, then you can't say that, because you were fearfully and wonderfully made. Not, okay, sorta, kinda, I hope I did something right. No, you were created in the image of God. And in his likeness, you were made. And so to want something that you were not born with is, you're always going to be lacking. You're always going to be wanting something that you were never meant to have. I wish my arms were a little bit smaller. They're not. So I have to decide to love them because they're mine. And if not, then I'm always lacking, because I always want something else. And guess what? When we don't take care and we don't steward our bodies, we have no right to stand in front of the mirror and critique and say that God did something wrong, because we were the ones who decided to do what we wanted to do with our bodies, rather than fully, completely, and utterly taking care of them. We're the ones that are struggling with certain things because we haven't taken care of what we were given. So comparison, envy, jealousy, it kills us on the inside. It rots us. It leaves us empty, because we want something that is not ours. So learn to be content with what you have. Learn to take care of what you have. Steward what you have. Be who you were created to be, not trying to be what somebody else was created to be, because you literally will live your entire life with an identity crisis, constantly lost, constantly wondering who you are. So challenge yourself. When she walks into the room and you really love her outfit, but you don't really want to tell her that, tell her anyways. Tell her that she's beautiful. Find things in people that you can call out. And I'm not just talking outwardly things. Encourage one another. Call one another higher. Speak life. Speak truth. See people and call people out for who they really are. Not for all of their imperfections and all of their flaws and all the things that you wish you had, but for really who they are. Look at them as God looks at them. Look at them unflawed and in need of love and affirmation, because we all need it. So chew on that one for a little while.